about to go and take a look at the parcours for stage 9, an individual time trial at this year's Tour de France. A lot of the main contenders will have come to look at this stage in the weeks or months leading up to the race. A few of the teams will have driven the parcours the evening before. In fact, a lot of the riders will set out this morning on the day of the stage and take a look at it for themselves. I'm just about to go and do the course myself and pick out 3 points which I think could be crucial.
Here we are at the start of stage 9 of this year's Tour de France. First of 2 long individual time trial tests for the riders. This one starts just behind me in the town of Arc-et-Senans, finishes 41.5 kilometres later in the city of Besançon, which appropriately enough is known as the City of Time. It's a very big day for all of the general classification riders. Contrary to the mountain stages, this is a stage where the likes of Wiggins and Evans are going to look to put time into their rivals, and the climbers are going to look to limit their losses. In terms of the stage victory, well, before we had coming into the Tour de France, Wiggins should be favourites to take the stage today. Let's not forget we've also got the time trial world champion Tony Martin and also the previous time trial world champion Fabian Cancellara. They'll both be gunning for this stage. Whilst at the other end of the scale, likes of Frank Schleck from Team Radio Shack, Sammy Sanchez from Esquetal and possibly Vincenzo Nibali from the Team Liquigas. They'll be looking to just limit their losses today. I think if they get within 2 minutes of the best riders, they'll be pretty satisfied. Bradley could also be the only one of those 3 who could potentially be going into the yellow jersey at the end of today.
Just gone past the first intermediate time check, which comes at the top of quite a nasty little climb. The riders will be receiving information from the team cars behind through their race radios about exactly what the time gaps are to their close rivals and possibly what's coming up further along in the course. So far today I've averaged just over 40 kilometres per hour with a power of just over 300 watts. When these pros come through on the day they'll be close to 50 kilometres per hour average and well over 400 watts. Total time I reckon for today's winner is going to be in the region of 48 minutes.
The importance of aerodynamics is well understood for these individual time trials. It's all about pushing the wind out of the way in front of you. So the teams these days are investing a lot of time and money into going into wind tunnels, testing not only the rider's best position, but also the equipment, the helmet, front wheel, the disc wheel, the frames, the forks, even the skin suits and the yoga shoes. They all go through a testing mill so that the top riders know that they're not losing out on any free speed. Every rider in the peloton is going to have their shifters at the end of the bars here. These are how to get out of their aerodynamic position when they want to change gears. Some of the teams with electronic group sets might also put a second shifter on the base bars just here so that they can also change gears when they're on those parts on the climbs. Some of the guys here, the likes of Tony Martin, might choose to run a 58.2 front ring for the very fast sections and on the downhills, but the standard would be 42.54 at the front and 11.25 at the back. We're only about 4 kilometres away from Besançon now. I have to say it's a real roadman's course, something for everybody on here. That steep little climb in the middle, fast technical descent, also some big wide main roads where the big guys are really going to get some speed up, and some slightly more technical narrower roads like the one we're on here now. I'm going to head in the city now and see exactly how technical this finish is.
Finish line here now, having done that last few kilometres into the outskirts of Besançon. Nothing too technical, a few corners, slight downhill that doesn't appear to be on the profile. But looking at the course overall, I think today could be something for Fabian Cancellara. He's got a point to prove this year, having been beaten by Tony Martin at a number of high-profile events last year. And with the Olympic time trial just 3.5 weeks away, he'll be looking to come into some top form here now.